Hey guys, we need to talk about this universal basic income that everybody's talking about. So stay tuned because we're really going to get into this. Now, it's interesting that one of the main things that the Fed is trying to do in regards to the economy is to bring inflation down, which is basically bringing prices down for goods and services. Now, they're the ones pretty much who are responsible for creating this mess in the first place with the easing of their monetary policies and all the money printing that they did over the past couple of years. So now we have inflation that is completely out of control, and people are suffering everywhere. I mean, everywhere, every corner of this country. It's just really hard to believe how bad things have really gotten with this inflation. And so, basic necessities are astronomical. And here's the worst part: prices are continuing to stay high. So, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, now get this now, um, Bureau of Labor Statistics and the USDA said that food prices have gone up almost 14% by year end 2022, and it's predicted that they will go up another 6 to 7% by the year end 2023. That's a 20% increase, guys. I mean, just for something to eat, just for food. This is something that you need every day to feed yourself and your children. And if you have pets, forget about it. You might as well just go on ahead and pile on the increase of pet food right onto your already high grocery bill. It's ridiculous. Now let's hope that during this whole time period, you don't need a car, because if your car dies on you, you will not find another car for cheap. They are higher priced now than what they've ever been in the last 5 years. Yeah, you heard me right. The last 5 years, prices have gone up significantly. And if you think you're going to catch a break by trying to fix your car, I got news flash for you. Mechanic parts and labor prices have gone up too. So you ain't gonna catch a break in that department either. Everything is high, especially when it comes to the price of cars. Used cars cost even more than some new cars. Do you hear what I said? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I'll say it again. Used cars cost more than new cars, right? That's absolutely nuts. House prices and rent prices have become so ridiculously expensive. I mean, people are defaulting on their mortgages left and right. And so more people are starting to lose their homes, not to mention that evictions are just exploding because people can't afford to pay their rent. I mean, guys, people have no place to lay their heads. And so, I know sadly you've all seen an increase in the homelessness in this country, and many of the areas where you would normally ever really see homelessness, you've seen it more now than you ever have before. And so, when they interview these poor people on the news, what is usually their response typically? We couldn't afford our place to live. It's heartbreaking, really. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's really heartbreaking. Where people meant to live like that and not have a place that they could even lay their head, a place that they could call their own, a place for their children to be safe. I mean, is that right? Is that fair? Inflation is literally choking everyday people in this system of things, with the richer getting richer and the poor getting poorer. And it's getting completely out of hand. So what can be done to help provide some relief? That's kind of like this question that's been floating around. Well, don't you think if the powers that be got us into this mess, they should be the ones to help us get us out of it? So this is where this topic of and push for universal basic income is on fire right now, and everybody's talking about it. What is universal basic income? You might ask. Well, it's financial support provided by a government in the form of standard reoccurring payments to individuals or citizens without the need for pre-qualification to take care of basic needs and necessities. Did you get that? So it's very similar to a stimulus check, but instead of getting it once or twice per year, you get it every month. So now you can see why all this fervor is being built up and everybody's talking about it, because this is something that can really, really change the game and help people out. Proponents of getting this universal basic income every single month have said that originally the basic income should have been or should be $1,000 a month. But more recently, the idea is being floated that it should be $2,000 a month, especially in the current economic conditions that we're in. So that would be about it'd be a $24,000 per year boost to the income that you already have coming in. So that would be helpful to a lot of families. So many people have said that this would help them to buy groceries, to help with daycare. That's right. We know how expensive daycare is. That this would provide help for their transportation needs, and that it would help them to cover the cost of their mortgages and rent. So they've also said that this would be something that would help them to allow them to spend more on other goods and services, which would in turn, we know people spending money on goods and services, that will help boost and prop up the economy, causing it to grow even more, which is what really helps our economic system to stay stable. And so if that wasn't enough, some of these other positives is that people would actually feel like they're living, that they're managing and enjoying their lives, and that they have more time to spend with their families. You see why this is a big deal now? And as a byproduct, it would also create a better economy for all. So this is really, really gotten hot in the last couple of weeks, because it's going to make a difference in so many people's lives. So if you enjoyed this video, like the video and subscribe to my channel. And then down in the comments, drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. Should we have a universal basic income in this country? And do you think it would be helpful to all? And so that's something that we should all think about, because that way we will have a better come up.